Okay, wrist so wet I might drown. Bitch, don't talk, you going out town. I done made 6 half for the whole week. Plug wanna play, then I'm going OT. I just made 4, 5, 7 on what? I hop in that scat and I'm bending your block. Nigga want scrap, well let it go rock. My little nigga got it, I bet he gon' pop. I can make.
Yo, what's going on everybody? Back in the shop. This is the first time in a couple weeks I've been able to work on the car. I know that the videos come out in like a specific order and it seems like it's one day after the other that I'm working on the car, but honestly there's usually like a 2-week break or even longer than that I'm taking until I'm able to like work on the car, which sucks. I've just been stupidly busy, but it is what it is. I'm still dedicated to make sure that I get this car done, or at least ready for paint on the scheduled timeline that I have, which is this car needs to be done and ready and sent off to paint before I move. And I'm planning to move at the very start of August. So yeah, it's not a whole lot of time from when you're watching this video. I'm not sure how long it is, but from when I'm filming it, it's about 6 weeks or so. Well, a little bit more than 6 weeks, 6-7 weeks. So just shy of 2 months. I have a lot to get done, but today I am going to be doing some body work on the other side of the car. We're going to start working on the rear flare and the door jamb and such, and hopefully we can get it looking a little better because it's really fucking rough right now. Of course, if you guys have been around for a minute, you'll know that this side is looking pretty fucking good. I'm very happy with that, but what you don't realize if you haven't watched all the videos is that this did not look like this before. And I'm going to go to the other side and show you basically what this looked like before I did all of this magic. Boom. Pretty rough. I can get a little closer and kind of show you everything that is a fucking mess. As you can see, all the paint is burnt from welding. I literally have not touched this at all. I grinded down some of these welds and that's all good, but there is a ton of work that needs doing on here. This is going to be a huge issue. This part of the door jamb, everything on there is extremely jagged and messy, and it's just because when I cut the flare, it didn't go perfect, but I knew that everything could be taken care of with bodywork, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. The other thing is that this door jamb is going to be a huge pain in the ass because there's so much extra material that was added on top of this, and so it's not exactly the same as the other side, but this is like really thick, and this right here where like the edge of the door line is sits up higher than the flare, which is not ideal, and so I need to grind some of this back and hopefully not go through any of it, and then yeah, we can start shaping stuff. But before I shape any of the flare, I have to fix the warped part of the fender, because when we welded everything, the sheet metal on these cars is incredibly thin with no backing on it, and so when we were welding the tubs in, all of this got very wavy from the heat, but it's easily fixable, which is what I did on the other side. So that will be the first thing that gets addressed as far as shaping this, will be making sure that I get a nice consistent flat surface through there, and then we can work on blending into the flare. But yeah guys, I have my work cut out for me, and if you would like to see me finish this car, please go to the website right now and purchase some merchandise. There is tons of stuff on there. I will be dropping some new stuff relatively soon, and yeah, your support means the world to me, because it's what's kind of allowing me to do this and move, and once I move, I actually won't have a job, and so the brand will be 100% of my income essentially, which is tough, and I'll probably end up having to find some other stuff to do, but through this time, if you guys can support me by going to the website, copping some merchandise, you want to see this car finished up, make sure you go do that because it helps a ton. Alright, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is grab the flap disc and kind of just hit this some and see what I can do with it, knock it down a little bit. Okay, so shave this down a little bit, and of course there is gaps right here where it's starting to fucking get too thin, and that's just because we had to like weld so much right here, and that's why there's so much extra material. So it's not ideal, and one of the issues that I have is that this bit's too high, that there's like barely any gap between the piece that's on the door and right there. Whereas on the other side, I had like more of a gap and I was able to build up this like nice edge. And I feel like that's going to be really difficult with this, but I don't want to shave anymore because this is still structurally sound. It's literally just the edge of the material where there was, you know, a weld right here. And, you know, I can't really do a whole lot about that. It's going to get sealed from the underside anyway, so it's not like the end of the world. But I just want this to match the other side, and I'm a little skeptical right now with spacing, but it is what it is. I guess we'll come back to that and address it in a little bit, but I'm going to move on to start fixing this. The lighting over this side of the shop sucks, but it is what it is. Just try not to use too much this time. It's always my habit, is I always end up using too much Bondo as opposed to too little, which is, you know, not necessarily a bad thing, but I've used so many like pieces of cardboard, it's ridiculous. But thankfully I had so many cardboard boxes here that I didn't have a use for, and now they've been repurposed into Bondo mixing boards. Alright, time to sand. Alright, sanded that layer down. Unfortunately, it looks like there's actually one of the dimples is right here on this corner, which is not ideal. This is one of the largest ones right here that comes the furthest out. There's one right here. The others seem to have been mostly covered. But yeah, we're going to get another layer on there and see if we can get it flat. Alright, we got another layer on there. Guess what I do next? Sand it off. Alright, sanded. Guess what I do now? Add another layer. Which actually, I'm going to start blending into the flare now because I've got this somewhat where I would like it to be. It's not perfect, but once I have more of a shape on this, I can actually get in there with my like cylindrical fucking sanding block and smooth all this out, because right now I'm having a hard time just like staying consistent with it. But yeah, we're gonna start seeing some shape. Okay, sanded. Once again, another layer. Let's go. Sanding. Alright, next layer, I'm obviously going to fill a little bit more in on here, and then I'm going to start focusing on some of the gaps around here and getting this door line shaped as well as I can. I'm hoping that after this next layer it should start really taking shape. And I haven't really bothered to feather these edges out that much just because I know I'm going to add another layer and there's just no point, so time to sand. Alright, as you can tell from this next layer, I'm going to be focusing on the door piece. There's some little areas that need to get built up, and I'm actually going to try and get the majority of the shape good on here first. Sorry, there's so much dust in here. Get the majority of the shape on here good first, and then basically the next layer that I put on here, I should be able to block sand them together, and they'll be able to come out pretty smooth. But taped off all of this because I didn't want, oh great, so much dust. Didn't want any overlay over on this, really just trying to focus on that part of it for right now. I'm gonna go take a break, get something to eat, and then see how I feel when I come back. I'm starting to get fucking tired of sanding and my arms ache, but it's coming. I just have a lot to sand off of this layer, and I don't really feel like doing it because I'm hungry and I'm tired. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat. Hopefully I have a little bit more energy and I can come back and fucking knock some of this down, because right now, yeah, this is fucking heavy on it. And yeah, start getting this shit in shape. Alright, I thought that I would feel better after eating. I definitely feel so much worse. But let's get some fucking sanding done. Got this layer sanded down somewhat. Still needs another layer. Door jamb looks somewhat decent. It's getting there. There's still a bunch of little things to figure out. This shit is super time consuming, and getting in the little crevices on the door jamb is like ridiculously tough, and it really beats the shit out of like your fingertips and your thumbs and around your nails and shit. So I'm gonna call it a night, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the tripod right here so I can pick this video up in the exact same spot, hopefully another day this week. So we'll see you in a sec. Hey, so as of that last clip, it has been 2 weeks. Yeah, that shows how little I am able to actually come over here and work on the car, but that needs to change real soon, because I have from now exactly a month until this thing needs to be trailered to Louisville for paint. So yeah, let's get some more body work done. Alright, time to get another layer down. Alright, now I have this layer on here just like stupidly fucking thick. This is great because now it shouldn't be any more, at least in this section, of adding Bondo on there. It should just be sanding and shaping from here. I know there's going to be little spots that will need a little bit more blah 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 and have to deal with a little bit of shit to figure out in the door jamb, but for the most part I just wanted to get this built up to the point where I'm literally just shaping it, because it's really annoying like adding a layer, sanding it, realizing that you need so much more, and it just makes way more sense to just fucking add this shit on here and sand it back like one time. Shout out to Who's100 for live streaming this and conveniently it's sitting in my fucking gas cap. No, come back please. There we go, nice. This is perfect while I sand shit. It's fucking gas, dude. Alright y'all, I am done for this evening. I'm going to pick this up again tomorrow. This is going pretty well. I still have a bunch more that I need to knock down on this. For reference, I didn't put a bunch extra on here so I can actually see how high this is sitting up in comparison. And it's sitting up pretty high right now, so I definitely need to take a bunch more out of there to get some more shape to it. This is all pretty heavy over here, so that needs to come out some. But yeah, I'm just at a point where literally my thumbs, from holding that, I'm sanding my thumbs as I'm sanding. So yeah, it's really fucking painful. Not to mention tiring as shit. But yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. See y'all. Alright, it's the next day. I have a lot to do still. But first thing I'm going to do today is tape up this, because I have this shape like okay. It needs to come down a bunch more, but basically what I'm going to do is take this off and then get another layer on here, get it built up, I guess somewhat close, so that then I can start block sanding them together, because the last thing I really want to do is get this down to the shape that it needs to be and then add on there, because then when I go to block them together, I'm going to end up taking too much material off of here, and so I'd rather just them both be built up, block them together, get them to the right height and level and shape at the same time. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Done quite a bit of work, and I didn't really film me sanding. My fucking hands and fingers are killing me, but this actually looks pretty fucking good. I wasn't expecting to get it this close this quickly. I guess just my experience from working on the other side has now allowed me to get this done a lot faster than I thought, so pretty stoked. Anyway, let me take you off the tripod finally. This entire video has literally been right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take you off and show you this, and we'll end off the video. Sorry, it's extremely fucking messy. Look at the state of me. Jesus Christ. Let's move this chair out of here. Let's get this out of here. Fucking hell. Messy in here. But this is what we're looking like, boys and girls. Pretty fucking sick. I'm very excited by the fact that, you know, that obviously it was a lot of work, but just me kind of knowing what I'm doing with it now wasn't as bad as doing the other side, where the other side there was definitely a lot of back and forth. It was building it up, knocking it down too much, and just not really know what I'm doing. But this, I kind of know the points that I need to be at, and yeah, it looks fucking fantastic. There's still a little bit more that I need to do. I really need to get this gap a little bit more consistent. Some of these edges aren't horrible, but I definitely want to take a little bit more out of like this general area, because as you can see right here, there's a little bit more of an edge where the door handle goes in, and I don't want that because I don't have it on the other side. So I definitely need to shape this some more, get some more curve out of it. But for where it's at for the time being, I'm very happy with this. And yeah, it just looks fantastic, which I wish that I had some white primer that I could spray on here so you could see it, but I actually ran out spraying it on the other side, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Plus I know that there's more that I still need to do. But yeah, like I said, I'm just very content with where that's at right now, and I'm absolutely beat to shit, but this video may be over. But I'm about to start another video because there is more stuff that I am doing today and tomorrow. This whole weekend is kind of one of the last few full weekends I have being able to work on the car. So yeah, the next video is actually going to be me working on my kit, which I will fill you in on what he's doing to it, because nothing, absolutely nothing really has been fixed. And so yeah, I'm gonna be fixing all of it. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys are starting to get excited as we kind of near completion. Even though it doesn't look anything like this thing is close to being done, when, you know, in reality it's not. It is getting somewhat close, and it is gonna be in paint. Like, from when you're watching this video, it's probably only a couple of weeks away. Not in paint, but it's gonna be getting dropped off for paint. So that'll be like all of the bodywork stuff getting finished up, the entire car getting blocked, any other little things that need to get fixed and perfected, and then paint. So I'm fully expecting to have this car at Gatlinburg, if I can make everything on my deadline. So yeah, I hope that you guys are going to be excited for that. And I also have updates on my wheels. They're not here yet, but I do have updates. And so yeah, tune in for the other videos, and I will be filling you in as we go. But appreciate you guys for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video. And make sure you go to the website, grab some of the merchandise. It hugely helps me out, and I'm working on some new stuff for a new drop for Atlantic Street Movement, Get Low Atlanta, in literally a few weeks. There's a lot going on, and I'm moving soon, so yeah. Anyways guys, appreciate it. We'll see you soon.